Hi, in this video tutorial we're going to look at how we can join multiple tables together rather than just looking at joining two tables together, and we're going to look at multiple join conditions. This video is part of a series of videos in which we introduce the basics of writing SQL, and if you hit the subscribe button then you can find all the videos in this series in the playlist. You can also find all of the videos in this series on my website www.padsresearch.co.uk. That's physics, aviation and data science. So let's have a look at how we can join multiple tables together. So on the screen we have our basic select statement. We're selecting some data from the production.product table. And to do a join we need to write something like an inner join. And we can join to some table using the on syntax. So we might write inner join to maybe table A, and then we say on, and then we might say p.id equals table 1.id. So that's how we can join one table to another. We start off with the initial table, then we say how we want to join it. So we're going to say inner join in this case, and we're going to inner join to table 1, and then how we're going to join it, we're going to join it on the ID from the product table equals the ID from the table 1 table. Now to add more joins on, we can just keep going. We can say maybe we want to do another inner join, so we could write inner join again. And then we can do the same thing, so we could join to table 2 maybe, for example, and that could be on our p.id is equal to table 2.id. So in this case table 1 and table 2 would both be joined back to our initial table. We could do it slightly differently. Maybe we could also join table 2 back to table 1. So we could change this to table 1, and then we'd end up with a chain. Although actually that should be the other way around. I'm going to make that table 2 and table 1 there. So we can add as many of these on as we want. So, and they don't all have to be the same join type. So we've got two inner joins here. We could also have a left outer join, and then we could have maybe a right outer join. So we can have as many join types as we want and as many rows as we want. Now it is worth considering that the more joins we have, then there is more work on SQL Server or whatever database you're using in order to figure out how to join those tables together. And so then we want to start thinking about things like indexes. Now if you want to learn about indexes, I've got some details on that in my fuller course, which is a complete course in SQL with SQL Server, and I'll put a link to that at the end of the video. So in that course we look at optimization and look at much more detail on how we can join tables together efficiently. So to join multiple tables together we simply need to put as many join conditions in that we want, and then we say how we want to join the tables together. So we use the keyword on in each circumstance and say how those two tables should relate to each other. If you're not quite sure on the differences between the inner and the outer joins, then please check out the video on the various different join types. Again, you'll find a link at the end of this video. So let's put in an actual example so we can get more of a sense of this. And let's move that back up there so we don't need the inner join twice. So here's some examples with some real tables. So this is going to join the product table to the product model table. And we're going to join on the product model ID equals the product model ID. And then notice that we can have multiple conditions within the join. So here we're going to use the and keyword. So we want both this condition and this condition to be true. And then we can put in another inner join here. So we're going to join now to the product subcategory. And this time we're going to join the product subcategory. So product subcategory here, we're going to join that back to the product table. So in this circumstance, the product subcategory joins back to product and the product model joins back to product. And we have their retrospective join conditions here and here with the on keyword. I've got some more examples on how we can do this in another course, a complete course in SQL with SQL Server, and the link to that is at the end of this video. But that's it for the moment on looking at joins. In the next video, we're going to look at how to insert data into a table.